Rhythm Heaven Groove is one of the weirdest Nintendo games out there, and I absolutely love it. But before I explain why, here's one of the hardest games, Rhythm Tweezers 3, performed by yours truly.
Cue ya, Kyle. Throw. 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 Cue ya, Kyle.
And if that looks stressful to get a perfect, it really was. Rhythm Heaven Groove has two main modes, multiplayer and solo, and I'll start this review with the multiplayer mode. In any given friend group, there's the unspoken rule that one of the friends is the one that buys and owns all the party games, like board games, the Mario Party games, and any other multiplayer things. I am that friend. And if you are that friend, you should definitely pick up this game. Every minigame comes with a quick and concise tutorial so anyone can easily understand how to play. It's so accessible that some of my friends that never play video games can simply watch what the game is and understand the rhythm aspect of it, and play along without holding a controller. There's both co-op and versus options too to fit the vibe of your party, and there's a multiplayer game for everybody. For my friend group, it was Rhythm Tweezers 3, and we spent hours trying to clear it together. We've experienced many emotions from anguish, despair, hopelessness, but finally clearing it together, we felt victorious. And now we torment our other friends to experience this behemoth of a challenge. It's just really fun to watch others stress out about plucking hairs from an onion, and you can't get that experience with any other game. Each multiplayer minigame has 3 levels to my knowledge, and it ramps up in difficulty accordingly. In true Rhythm Heaven fashion, they introduce new rhythms and patterns to go with the music to keep players engaged, as well as some out-of-this-world creative means to throw you off guard. And that's the magic of this game. It's just very outlandish and bizarre, but still uniquely in the Rhythm Heaven brand. You can be cutting cannonballs in half, you can turn tennis balls into fireballs, or you can sit patiently until the right time to grab cake.
10, 9, 8. VIP got the snack. Minus 0.02. Nice.
Naturally, given all these options, you will have games that are your favorites and games that you won't be as fond of. With music, that's completely normal. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of the virus minigame, but I'm sure that's someone's favorite. And after you and your friends clear all the games, I feel like the group toy box games are a fun change of pace. Moving on to the real meat of this game, the solo mode introduces many fresh rhythm games for you to bop your head to, or feet tap, however you keep your counts. One short preface is that I'm withholding major spoilers for the solo mode review. There are certain discoveries about this game that I want to talk about, but I don't want to ruin the magic if you get the game yourself. Back to the review, each game has its own theming and art style to really fill each game with personality. Some even have memorable stories, like an aspiring game developer, avoiding a sneezing moon, or just being a cute little guy with an umbrella. If they made a plushie of this guy, it would sell out so fast. Similar to the multiplayer games, there are some solo games that are weaker, not as memorable, or not as enjoyable, and that's just the nature of having so much variety. Being a bit of a completionist myself, this game's grading system can be unforgiving. If you don't know, there's a bit of a pass-fail system going on. If you fail, the game will say keep trying and won't let you progress. If you pass, there are different levels to it, from okay, good, or amazing. And my brain refuses to settle for just good. Usually, you're only allowed to make 2 mistakes or else you aren't getting that medal. I would restart a game if I felt like I messed up too much in the beginning to save time. And if you are happy with just getting okays and goods, that's perfectly fine, no judgment here. I will say, however, that particular extra optional games are unlocked based on how many medals you get, so just keep that in mind. Once you amazing a game, that game becomes eligible for a perfect campaign. Rhythm Heaven loves a bit of chaos and will randomly select a game you have a medal on and say, hey, you have 3 chances to full clear this stage with no mistakes to get a perfect. And if you can't do it, the campaign goes away and you have to wait. Getting a perfect feels so satisfying, and I'm really glad they give you 3 honest chances for it, but failing 3 times during a campaign really puts me through the 5 stages of grief. For how simple this game is, seeing the heart tear in half after messing up is, for a lack of better words here, heartbreaking. You truly have to lock in and be in tune with the music if you want to achieve more perfects. Once you start replaying these games more and more, you'll start to get used to the audio cues of when to press the button, and you can play the game without looking at the screen. Not only is it a fun party trick to impress your friends, but I felt like closing my eyes and focusing solely on the audio cues and music helped me be on the right count. And Rhythm Heaven does punish you for relying too much on visual cues. Just like multiplayer games, the solo games will have a lot of animation on the screen, some in the background and some in the foreground, intentionally to throw you off guard. This game will test if you have groove, and they really care if you stay on beat while they throw some curveballs at you. I did have a bit of a Ratatouille moment with this game, specifically when you play handheld mode on your Switch or Switch 2. I really liked playing Rhythm Heaven on the DS when I was a young kiddo, so now being an adult experiencing the music in my hands has a bit of nostalgia to me. The DS game came out in 2008, and I get to play the sequel on the Switch in 2026, and that's just kind of crazy to think about. Also, it's technically optimal to play handheld because there's no potential for delay if you played handheld compared to playing on a TV. I don't think I felt any delay on the TVs I played on, but the game calls it out and has a TV sync option to help adapt if needed. One mode that helped sell the game for me is Beatspell, a new campaign-ish, roguelike-ish mode where you play as a magician fighting monsters to the beat. And if you know me, I love a good roguelite. You can level up spells, find items, and choose branching paths as you build your character up to fight a boss at the very end. The items are somewhat random, some monsters have particular weaknesses, and there's more that this side campaign has in store for you. It's not the most complex mode by any means, but it does introduce a little bit of strategy and decision making that you wouldn't expect in a rhythm game. And to reiterate, there's more I can talk about in this mode, but I don't want to spoil any surprises. I am a sucker for Rhythm Heaven Groove. It's charming, it's weird, and it's a blast with friends. If you're already a Rhythm Heaven fan, this is an easy recommendation for your collection. If you're the friend that has all the party games, you will definitely get your money's worth, and it's $40, which is quite affordable for a full Nintendo game in this year. And if you never tried any Rhythm Heaven game before, I honestly think this game is a great one to start at. Hey, thank you for watching the video. Let me know your favorite game in Rhythm Heaven Groove down in the comments, and if you liked it, please consider liking and subscribing as well.